Hello, everyone. Hope your Monday was great. As for mine, it was okay. But being that it is Monday means Spooky Places Monday. And this week we shall visit a few places, starting off with the 1780 house in Stamford, Connecticut. This house was named for the year it was built. The ancient house was in the Weed family until 1927, when the Clayton Ridge family purchased the property. In 1955, the house was purchased by Robert and Dorothy Cowan. Strange moving shadows have been seen in the parlor, and unaccountable music is heard in an upstairs bedroom. The translucent figure of an Indian has been encountered in the kitchen. A local historian revealed that the house was originally built by August Weed on the private hunting ground of an Indian named Chief Ponus. During an investigation by Hans Holzer in March 1964, several spirits were contacted, including a Revolutionary soldier by the name of Benjamin Harmon. If you don't know who Hans Holzer is, he's a famous paranormal investigator from back in the old days. We move on now to Holly Springs, Mississippi. 3 ghosts haunt the quaint old house built in 1834. The apparition of a beautiful young lady is sometimes seen on the second-floor hallway, and heavy footsteps of a man can be heard going halfway up the staircase and then stopping. But most of the frequently sighted visitor is the elderly spirit of Mrs. McEwen, who lived with the original owners of the house, Mr. and Mrs. Winfield Scott Featherstone. Mrs. McEwen's ghost is easily identified by a large white on black camo she wears. Not camo, but I guess it's a camo. It's one of those, basically a shawl type thing. Anyhow, we move on to Savannah, Georgia. Hampton Lily Bridge House. Ghostly manifestations began when the house was moved as a few blocks in 1963. Construction workers reported the sound of heavy footsteps when there was no one walking around. The owner felt a disturbing presence in the bedrooms and sometimes heard music coming from nowhere. Neighbors saw the ghost of a tall, dark-haired man wearing a white shirt and bow tie standing in front of the third-floor window. The 5-story wooden house was built in 1796, and no one has been able to determine the identity of the ghost jarred loose during the move. And the last stop for this week will be Kennebunkport, Maine. Captain Fairfield Inn. This federal-style mansion is haunted by the ghost of Captain James Fairfield, who was captured and imprisoned by the British during the War of 1812. After he was released in 1815, he settled Kennebunkport with his wife Louise and built the house. He died of pneumonia just 5 years later at the age of 38. During restoration of this bed and breakfast inn, Fairfield's ghost has been seen hovering in a dark corner of the basement. Guests have reported seeing Fairfield's affable presence in their rooms. Sounds like an interesting place to stay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the tales, and wishing you all a spooky night.